Hi guys, so the chicken's broken down. I'm going to show you how to marinate it now. In a bowl here, I've got finely chopped ginger, okay? 3 cloves of garlic, just on a microplane. I always do the chicken with garlic and ginger first because it helps to flavour and start to break the chicken down, but also perfume a bit of flavour into it, okay? So, chicken in a bowl. At this stage, I want to add a decent amount of salt and pepper, okay? So then I'm going to add about a teaspoon of turmeric. Turmeric has a very good ability to break things down and start to tenderize stuff. So if we're going to do curries and things like that, I will always start with this stage, with the turmeric, the ginger, the garlic, salt and pepper, okay? And we're going to add just a touch of oil. We're going to use a little bit of grapeseed oil, guys, okay? Just a touch, about 2 tablespoons. Okay, now we're going to mix. The reason I use tongs is because I take the meat and I'll start to rub it against each other, okay? So the turmeric, the ginger, the garlic, everything. This way we help disperse the marinade evenly, all right? It's important at this stage that we check that everything is nicely coated, okay? Okay, brilliant. So that looks good. So now we're gonna go on to the wet part of the marinade. This is what I would call a dry part. Now we're gonna do the wet. I'm gonna use half a tomato. This is perfect if you've got some tomatoes that are coming close to the end. Fresno chili, you can just use a regular red chili. 1 shallot. The onion or the shallot is gonna help us to break it down. Normally I wouldn't use shallot, I would use a red onion, but I have a lot of shallots. It's not gonna hurt, it's just gonna add a slightly sweeter flavor, okay? Fresh cilantro, straight in, a lot of it. I love cilantro, one of my favorite herbs. And then we're gonna go with a couple more condiments, okay? So we've got just a little paprika, a little fenugreek. Fenugreek is a classic flavoring for tandoori. 2 teaspoons of that, and then about a teaspoon of mustard seeds. Usually when we're making Indian food, the food always starts with either an onion oil or a mustard oil. That's an essential flavor. Then I'm just gonna add about a teaspoon of tomato puree, okay? Let's not forget what's essential, seasoning, okay? Black pepper and more salt, okay? 2 more spoons. At this point, I'm gonna add no oil. I'm just gonna see how it comes together. We got the tomatoes in there, that's gonna give us some liquid, some onion. I don't wanna add too much oil to this style of marinade, okay? So I just blended that down in our trusty NutriBullet. So that's given us a nice little paste, okay? So we're going to take that paste inside. I'm going to not use all of it. There's a reason I'm not using all of it, because this is a good marinade for if we want to make a curry or something else later, or to go with this dish. I'm going to use this in a little vegetables later on. So we've made one thing for 2 separate dishes, okay? So let's give that a little rub around again, making sure we get everything nicely coated. And all of these flavorings are going to do 2 things. They're going to help to tenderize the meat, and they're also going to help to give us a lot of flavor, okay? When I marinate, I like to lock it in airtight containers, okay? Just like that, and get everything in. So everything we got left in the bowl, important to get inside as well. It's going to help us to perfume everything nicely, give it a good rub. Okay, and then lid on. It goes to the fridge. 2 hours is good, 24 is best, but I'm hungry. So we're gonna go a little bit quicker. All right guys, I'll see you for cooking later. We're gonna cook our chicken now. Been in the fridge for a couple of hours, marinated nicely. So we've got a nice cast iron skillet here. All I've done is just fried a little bit of onion in there, which you don't have to do, it's just a step that I do. Very traditional for Indian food to be flavoured with onion or mustard seeds. I like the flavour of it myself. That's what I flavoured the oil with, and we're gonna use that as a little garnish later. Okay guys, so the most important thing is to recreate the charred tandoor flavour, because tandoor is a clay oven with charcoal in, so I'm just going to char it in a cast iron. That's going to give us a nice heat. When we add anything to the cast iron, it needs to be very, very hot, so please lay the chicken away from you. Don't lay it towards you so you can't get splashed with the oil. As we cook, the chicken is going to get a bit of colour. Don't try and scrape it from the bottom of the pan until it releases itself easily. That means it's ready and there's a nice char on it, and the fat has charred nicely off the chicken. If we try and remove it too soon, it's going to rip it, and we don't want to do that. We're going to cook it with a nice colour on all sides, front and back, and then we're going to place it on a tray and finish it inside the oven. On 400 for about 15 minutes, alright guys? Just to cook that chicken through nicely. Okay guys, so here is our chicken. It looks good and juicy. So then we're just going to check it, to carve it, to make sure it's okay. Just through the center like that. Looks good, it looks nice and juicy, cooked deliciously.